Good evening and welcome to an exciting edition of Your Urban Connection. Let's get right into this, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait. I can't hold back my excitement, my enthusiasm, okay? My infatuation with what I just saw less than 10 minutes ago at the ending of the DNC, the Democratic National Convention. The last speaker we saw and heard was Kamala Harris. Now, let me tell you people something. All of this convention, and basically ever since she was supported and promoted by Joe Biden to be the nominee, I have heard all these people saying, well, we don't know who she is. We don't know anything about her. We don't know what she stands for. Well, tonight, she gave it all to you. I want to say this. She looked presidential. She sounded presidential. She acted presidential. She didn't hold back anything. She let you all know where she came from. She let you know who she was. She let you know where she's going. She let you know who she is. She laid out policy after policy after policy as to what she will do and where she wants to take this country for the next 4 years. Now, compare that to her opponent, who has never one time said what his policies are, what he wanted to do for this country. He talks about what he wants to do for him. He talks about the past, what has taken place. Okay, he talks about all of the anger and what he is mad about and upset about. He has never gotten over the fact that he lost the election to Joe Biden. He still brings up Joe Biden's name in every speech and every conversation. He's talking about the past. This woman tonight talked about the future, not only for you, not only for me, but for all of America, white America, black America, Asian America, Indian America, Spanish America, all of America. Do you all understand that? I'm excited. You should be excited. Okay? Let me just tell you one thing. All of your life, you've heard that anything worth having is worth working for, right? That's only partially true. I say this: anything worth having is worth fighting for. So I've got a question for all of you tonight. I want to ask you, are you ready and willing to fight to save our democracy in this great United States of America? And if you can't say yes with excitement and enthusiasm in your voice, you don't even belong in America. And I'd be the last one to tell you to leave. But you should be excited after watching what was the most exciting convention since 2008 and when Barack Obama was running. All right. So I'm going to invite all of you into my show tonight because I got two questions for you. Do you believe that America can be great again? And if the answer to that is yes, I got a question for each and every one of you as individuals. And here I go. Ford Carr, are you ready to fight for Kamala Harris tonight? Regina King Crawford, I'm sorry, Regina Bland Crawford, are you willing to fight for Kamala Harris tonight? Okay. Ethel Berry, are you willing to fight for Kamala Harris tonight? Okay. Uh, uh, Lance Nelson, are you willing and ready to fight for Kamala Harris? Renee Thomas, are you willing to fight for Kamala Harris and our future, retaining our democracy in this country? I want to ask all of you, Oklahoma City, are you all willing to fight for Kamala Harris? Tulsa, Oklahoma, are you all willing to fight for Kamala Harris? Adrian Bland, are you ready to fight for Kamala Harris tonight? That's what I want to know. Carmelita Brooks, are you willing to fight for Kamala Harris tonight? Celeste Holm, I'm sorry, Celeste. Oh man, I can't think. But I want to know, Maggie Ballard, are you ready and willing to fight for Kamala Harris tonight? Michelle Ballard, are you willing to fight for Kamala Harris tonight? I want to know, Democrats, are you all ready to fight for Kamala Harris tonight? I want an answer. You give me the answer. I want to know. Charles McAfee, are you willing to fight for Kamala Harris tonight? I'm up and ready. As Barack Obama says, I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. And I want to fire up everybody that is viewing this video tonight and will view this video tomorrow. I want to know, my listening audience, my viewing audience, I have a lot of faith in you. I have confidence in you. But I come to you tonight to ask you, are you ready to fight? Because we need it. The fight is going to get real intense in this next 75 days. Okay? So we can't sit back, as Michelle Obama said, we've got to do something. We can't talk amongst ourselves, okay? We can't wish this to happen. We have to make it happen. So I want all of you to get excited, get enthused if you haven't before. But I don't know how you can watch this RNC, this DNC convention and not be excited and enthused and positive thinking and thinking about the future, not the past. Forget about the past. We want to talk about the future. We all want a better future for our kids, for our grandkids, and for the rest of the time we have here. But you've got to fight for it. You've got to make it happen. I want all of you to get behind me. Let's make this happen. We can do it, ladies and gentlemen. There should be no doubt in your mind, okay? And you should not talk about, well, what if, and what if she don't. No, put all that negative stuff out of your mind, okay? We can make this happen. That means you and you and you and you and me. We all can make this happen, but we got to be excited about it, okay? This woman showed who she really is tonight. There should be no doubt in anybody's mind. I don't care if you're black, if you're white, if you're Christian, if you're atheist, if you're a bigot, I don't care what you are. There should be no doubt in your mind about who this woman is and what her qualifications for this job is. She's ready, she's prepared, she's qualified, she's enthused, she's excited, she wants to move forward, and she wants to take us with her. She wants to pull us up by the bootstraps. Okay? So I'm here tonight, and like I said, I'm excited. You've never seen me like this. This is a side of me you have never seen, but I can't help but let it all out tonight. Okay? I want to know, are you with me? That's all I want to know. You know, because listen, this is a big job, and she's not going to be able to do it by herself. She does not have any time for people who are negative thinking, negative acting, and looking for faults, okay? And looking for excuses not to support her. You've seen in those stands tonight over 20,000 people, okay, of all stripes, of all colors, of all sizes, of all nationalities, that were actively, excitedly, enthusiastically showering her with. Did you see the standing ovation she got before she ever even opened her mouth? Ladies and gentlemen, people in America are excited. And I told you all before that we needed one thing, and that was to get Joe Biden, and I know it was difficult, but get Joe Biden to step aside and put someone else in there with some youth, with some excitement, with some enthusiasm in their voice, in their body, and with some sound policies, and we could win this election come November. Okay? And tonight, I'm more convinced than that I've ever been. I'm totally, all doubt has been removed. And I said, before I saw this woman tonight, I said already that she would come out of this convention with at least a 1 to 3 point bump in the polls. Right now, I'm saying no, 2 to 5 points. She's convincing, she was inspiring, she was positive, she was up to date. She wants to, she comes forth with all kinds of housing, okay? We're going to increase the housing supply in America. And we talked about $25,000 for down payment for first-time homebuyer. Look, this is what holds back a lot of people. They can afford the monthly payments, but they cannot afford the 10 to 15 to 20% that down payment. The government under Kamala Harris is talking about a $25,000 payment from the government to cover the cost of that down payment. That doesn't get you excited if you want to be a homeowner. Listen, I've said before, many of you people are renting, and the amount of money that you're paying to rent somebody's property, you could buy your own house and have some investment money in your house. Because listen, that's what most folks, that's their number one asset, is their home. Okay? So listen, I want you people to think about this, and I want you to think home ownership. Get beyond this renting somebody's expensive, over expensive apartment complex or house. Because as you well know, in most parts of the country now, housing stock has risen to the point it's unaffordable to most young people in particular. All right. So she's talking about housing stock. She's talking about jobs. She's talking about bringing back manufacturing. She's talking about all these things for the future, for the benefit of us, to lift us up, to raise us up, okay, to take us to, I won't say the promised land, but to another land, okay? Donald Trump wants to take us back to the 50s and 60s, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Jim Crow era, okay? He would like to take us back to where they had white restrooms and black restrooms, white water fountains and black water fountains. That's where you will go. Folks, I'm going to do a program on Project 2025 here shortly. But I want to tell you right now, from what little bit I know about it, I know that 2025 is not something that you want to subject yourself to. And the only way you can avoid it right now is you've got to get excited, you've got to get enthused, you've got to make up your mind you're going to fight for Kamala Harris to win this election. Okay, so again, I'm going to ask some of you people. I want to know, Reverend Talbot, Reverend Talbot, are you ready to fight tonight? I want to know. Reverend Rich, are you ready to fight tonight? I want to know. Co-Pastor Pamela King Burns, are you ready to fight tonight? I want to know. The public wants to know. Dallas, Texas, are you willing and ready to fight? Atlanta, Georgia, are you ready to fight? Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, are you ready to fight for Kamala Harris tonight? Milwaukee, Wisconsin, are you ready to fight? Detroit, Michigan, Flint, Michigan, are you all ready to fight tonight? Because we need you in the fight. We don't need spectators. We need voters. We need people that are willing to do something. Not just talk, do something. If you've never done anything before, do something in 2024, okay? We need you. Kamala needs you. The country needs you. Barack Obama is willing to fight. Michelle Obama is willing to fight. We see Wes Moore of Maryland is willing to fight. We see Republicans willing to fight. We see independents willing to fight for Kamala Harris. We see Republicans willing to fight for Kamala Harris. Are you ready to fight tonight? After seeing this convention and seeing the speakers that we had, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and tonight, we had terrific speakers who were all excited and enthusiastic and willing and ready to fight and go to bat for Kamala Harris. Now, we need to bring all of you spectators who watched that, all of you who were in the audience, Wanda DeShazer, are you ready and willing to fight? You were there. You were right in the middle, in the heart of that convention. You were right there looking in the faces of those excellent speakers. Are you ready now to come back here and fight and get others to fight? We need all of you, okay? So, like I said, I know that you've never seen me. You've seen another side of me that you haven't seen before, but I'm ready to go. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go fight, and I want to see Kamala Harris in that White House. You deserve it. I deserve it. She deserves it. The country deserves it. The last thing we want to see anywhere near that White House is Donald Trump. And I think I can speak for most of us, and we want to see him in the big house. He's escaped for far too long. He's gotten away with way too much. And as I've always said, there has never been a convicted criminal that has been in that White House. We don't want to make any changes to that pattern right now. The last thing we want to see is Donald Trump and his cohort convicts, convicted felons in as his cabinet members, helping him, supporting him to do the dirty work, okay? And making life easier for the billionaires who already live on Easy Street and don't pay any taxes, little if any. And he's already said that he wants to reduce their taxes to 15%. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just have to ask you this. How many of you, I don't care if you make 40,000, if you make 100,000, if you make 500,000, how many of you pay 15% taxes? It's unheard of. It's unthinkable. So why in the heck should the billionaires who make up 1% of America's wealth, why should they escape paying the same amount as you and I do? You tell me that. Give me a good answer for that. Why should we allow somebody like Donald Trump, who likes to brag about how little he pays in taxes, and he says that people that pay taxes are fools, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, we can't have that. You heard Kamala herself say that the middle class will get a tax cut, not the billionaires and the millionaires and his rich buddies, but the working class. In her speech tonight, that's what she talked about, was the middle class. Her 5 words, Kamala Harris for the people. Ladies and gentlemen, we need you, okay? So again, I'm going to ask you people out there individually. Carolyn King, are you ready to fight tonight? Okay? I need to know. Karen Chaney, are you ready to fight tonight? I need to know these things. We need to know these things. See, this is not a thing that I can do. It's not a thing that you can do, but it is a thing that we can do collaboratively. You know, you've heard it many, many times. Strength is in numbers, and we will need big numbers. Kamala's going to need big numbers to break our dreams come true. She's going to need big numbers to do the things that she talked about tonight. You see, because if she doesn't have the big numbers, if she doesn't win, those things are nothing more than dreams. They will never become a reality. All right? Because Donald Trump is not going to do one single thing that she mentioned in that speech less than 15, 20 minutes ago. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that this video tonight will shake you up, wake you up, and get your attention and get you to think about getting off the couch, getting off the sofa, doing something. You know? Fight. Like I said, anything worth having is worth fighting for. Okay? So there you have it. That's my show. I'm excited, as you can tell. I hope that after watching this video, you too will be excited and willing to do your part to make this happen. We can do it because we're not going back. All right? Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time. What?